Alright, today we're taking another look at Power. We're going to be looking specifically at Diana's character. I believe we're going to be doing a little bit of a recap on her, as well as making some predictions about what we think is next. So let's boogie.
I know how to hustle.
Damn, Renzo, you raised the boss. And Diana does show her how to hustle, even though she's got a long way to go. She's shown that she's got all the attributes to be the Tejada's next queen. But it wasn't Lorenzo who raised Diana to be a boss, it was Monet. And this is the reason why both of them have very similar traits, which comes from Monet treating Diana differently to both Drew and Kane in season 1. Even though Monet loves all her kids, and proves she'll do anything to protect them, control plays a huge part. But ultimately, she knows in this world, when you're alone, you need to be tough, and you also need to be ready to kill. So, throughout season 1 and 2, we saw Monet mentoring Diana how to be a boss, how to control men, and how to piece together a gun, and so much more. But this control that Monet had over her kids throughout season 1 began to fade when she started to work with Tariq, and it started with Kane. So she was left with no choice but to show this act of strength and consequence if you go against her rules. So what she did was throw Kane out of the family organization and effectively replacing him with Tariq. Now throwing him out of the family house was because of his betrayal, but also to keep Drew and Diana in line. But it only worked for a brief period. So as usual, to set the foundation, we're going to rewind it back to season 1 and look at how Diana showed us all the smarts, the foreshadows of how she went from family first to going behind Monet's back, but also how she learned from Monet and why she could potentially be the most dangerous Tejada.
Real quick, I do just want to mention the only reason I think Diana could be the most dangerous Tejada is because she can't be trusted. She's sneaky, decisive, and she's like a female Tariq almost, just without the bodies.
Now, we were introduced to Diana in the very first episode where she was introduced to Tariq through Zeke, and instantly we knew this was going to be the start of a close relationship, especially with the way Diana immediately opened up to him about why Lorenzo was inside. But we quickly saw how Monet had a specific position for Diana, and a complete different one compared to Drew and Kane. She wanted to nurture her and mentor her to be the brains of the Tejada organization.
Did you see the way he was looking at you? That look means you have power over him. And I want you to be able to see what these signs are. You got to use any tool at your disposal.
And this was Monet who created a path for Diana until she decided to create her own in season 2, which we're going to get to in just a moment. But Monet was testing Diana at different stages and training her to be the brains, and effectively showing us how she was a lot more invested in Diana than she was with Drew or Kane.
Diana, what's the next move? What you think?
I think you should find out exactly how Tariq moves weight at the school.
And Monet wasn't asking Drew or Kane. She was asking Diana what move shall they make next. And later she was mentoring Diana again, this time telling her there's a method in becoming a savage in the game. And she was teaching her how to control men and level the playing field in a man's world. But in contrast, Lorenzo mentioned how Monet was too attached to Diana, which is the reason why she couldn't be the leader of the Tejada organization. But both Monet and Lorenzo had different ideas of how to run the business, which is why it was always a complex situation within the.
Do y'all think Diana is gonna wind up being kind of like Tasha, and Tariq will wind up being like Ghost, and Braden will wind up being like Tommy, and Kane like Kane, and I mean, the comparisons are all there. Diana is just as shady and low down as Tasha, but will Power do a fucking, I don't want to say a mimic of the original Power, but is that where the direction is headed? Because it sure does seem like it. I mean, we've seen Diana do some nasty shit, low key, not just decisive shit, but in a way, her looking in that bag, she's kind of responsible for Zeke's death. I mean, Lorenzo obviously capped Zeke, put that nigga in a goddamn ashtray. But if we're gonna be real, if Diana had just not opened her goddamn big mouth, wouldn't Zeke still be alive? If she just wouldn't have looked in the bag, hell, if she wouldn't even had to expose Monet at dinner, the family would probably all still be in pieces. It wouldn't be in pieces. The family would still be complete. But I kind of feel like the whole Tejada family really fell apart because Diana. And then that whole thing about her looking in the bag and telling Lorenzo in the last episode of season 2, that really just that fucked everything up. So I think Diana and her decisiveness is gonna have to come to a conclusion soon, because if not, it's gonna cause the Tejada family a lot more problems down the line. I personally think so.
In the Tejadas, especially with Lorenzo being inside prison, but still calling the shots. And then there was Monet.
Also, just want to point out real quick, Diana was the one who stole the money from Monet to free Lorenzo, which in turn was responsible for Zeke's death. So Diana's hands is dirty everywhere, and she's kind of a snitch, you know. She told Lorenzo that Monet was still working with Tariq, and she claims that well, like Tariq a lot, but she's down to like put him under the bus like that. She cannot be trusted. She's dirt. She's dirt. Like she cannot be trusted. Unfortunately, I don't see her death foreshadowed anytime soon. However, um, she can't be trusted. She ain't shit. Diana ain't shit.
Monet who wanted to do things her way. And Diana was on the same wavelength as Monet, at least in season 1 anyway, where she did do as she was told for the most part. For example, getting the information about Tariq, how he was moving weight at Stansfield, asking the right questions, and even questioning Monet, what if you're wrong about people? And it is important to remember this because Diana does ask a lot of right questions when it comes to situations. For example, when it came to Kane's powdered sugar move in season 2. But slowly we started to see Monet lose control and a glimpse of how Diana was willing to go behind Monet's back when she went to Lorenzo about going to school and making the move with Tariq. So we saw Monet trying to get Diana back in line because both Drew and Diana had been spending way too much time up at Stansfield. But Diana knew how to move and she showed it when she got Drew to come back and also giving the information to Monet about Tariq using course correct, showing she was family first, because Monet could have shut Tariq down if she didn't like the way he was doing business, but she did, because it was low-key and it worked well for the Tejadas, as well as Tariq. But where we talk about family first, she also stood up and played her position when Kane was AWOL. She was the one who got Kane to come back to the family, to the re-up, and she was the mediator between Kane and Monet. Although she wasn't to blame for Kane not turning up, she did her part, and she did as she promised. Now, when it came to Diana and Tariq, you could tell very early on she was attracted to him, because a lot of girls are when it comes to guys who are mysterious, and sometimes this is what draws attention because they want to know more behind the man and the mystery. But this was complicated because Monet told Diana she didn't want her anywhere near Tariq, because anybody who gets close to Tariq St. Patrick either ended up dead or in jail, and she wasn't wrong either. But this was another foreshadow of Diana shifting and going behind Monet's back. So, as we established, Diana was someone who'd been mentored and nurtured by Monet, someone who likes control. And in essence, this is what Season 2 was, this battle for control and power within the Tejadas. But Season 2 was where we really started to see Diana make her own moves, because she could see Monet wasn't quite the same.
Hulu Ad Manager is the easy way for businesses like yours to advertise on Hulu. Think of it, your ads on a platform with the best TV or...
Yep, don't give a fuck.
The same after what happened with Rico. So in the very first episode, she questioned Monet with how paranoid...
I probably should give a fuck. I probably should have listened to that shit. My shit could have been on Hulu. Talk about telling mom you made it to the big times. God damn.
But she became, because she was thinking about the blowback from killing Rico, and we all know she wasn't afraid to question Monet's decision-making from Season 1. There was also this shift with Diana calling Monet by her name to her face, and you'll notice all throughout the first 2 seasons, we had the kids call Monet by her name, but only to each other, but now it was directly to her face. So, along with making her own moves with approaching Effie to teach her the game, hustle, and be at school at the same time, she was looking at the bigger picture. Monet was losing control because of a distraction, which was Mecca. So we saw Diana using everything she learned from Monet and Effie to play the perfect courtier, which was the Law 24 from the 48 Laws of Power. She manipulated the truth to get Tariq to owe her a favor and put her in contact with Davis McLean, and taking it one step further by going behind Monet's back by cleverly helping Lorenzo be released from prison, even if it meant an innocent party being killed in the process. She was doing what she thought was best for the family, but also for herself. Although in the end it didn't quite work out.
Facts, I forgot. That window repairman, I mean, I know Monet caught that body, but that nigga's blood is basically on Diana's hands. God damn, Diana is a super villain. This bitch need to be in the fucking next Marvel movie. This bitch is goddamn evil.
For Diana, as she hoped, because she wanted to hustle, go to school, but more importantly, she wanted to go to Stansfield to be closer to Tariq. But instead, they sent Diana to St. John's, with Monet warning her, don't think she's smarter than her. But Diana was proven to be more like Monet, whether she intended to or not.
But I might make it a you problem if I tell Monet you're the one who sugared the coat.
You acting just like Monet, thinking you know shit, putting under pressure with fake news.
So Kane recognized it, and now it was there for all of us to see on what we saw from season 1 and as we started to go through season 2. And Diana was smart. She knew very well from day 1 they couldn't trust Kane when she sussed out he was behind the powdered sugar move. But she found out more than just about Kane's powdered sugar move. She started to uncover the truth behind Nene, Mecca, and Zeke by asking the right questions to Zeke. So like mother like daughter, how Monet was going through Diana's things to find her secrets, Diana was in Monet's room doing the same. And she found out the biggest secret of them all, which was Zeke being Monet's son. So we saw her blow up the whole family with her actions at the dinner table, which really did create more bad blood between Monet and Diana, and ultimately her relationship with Monet will never be the same, because we saw her mother threaten to kill her daughter not once, but twice. But just like how Tariq told Ghost, I'm you, Dad, and how he's proven to be a reflection of Ghost, Diana is becoming a reflection of Monet, which is...
Y'all don't think Diana gon' No. Y'all don't think Diana gonna put Monet in some random New York cemetery, do you?
Is why she's becoming dangerous. And let's not get it twisted, there is still so much room for her to grow and develop.
Uh-oh. Season 3. Tris!
So as we move into season 3, what's next for Diana? Because some relationships will never be the same, whether it be with Monet, Tariq, or Effie for different reasons. Will she also be someone who sides with Lorenzo? Because you can guarantee Lorenzo and Monet will be at odds if the truth is revealed about Zeke.
And I honestly feel like Monet is gonna have even more bad blood toward Diana. Because, I mean, despite Lorenzo smoking on Zeke, it was still because Diana couldn't do the one thing she was instructed to do. Don't look in the fucking bag, bitch. That one thing costed her brother's life. All she had to do was just hang on to the bag, just let the bag sit there, go be on your fucking phone, play goddamn Xbox, whatever the fuck Diana does in her spare time. That's all she had to do. But no, her nosy ass had to go snooping. And that costed Zeke his life. You think Monet's gonna let that go? This bitch killed that nigga because she thought this Monet killed that nigga, that construction nigga, because she thought that he stole the money when it was really Diana. So once she finds out that Diana is the reason that Zeke died, on top of all the other shit, honestly, Diana is the one that exposed Mecca to Lorenzo and the rest of the family. She kind of got a bullet coming her way. But will Diana put Monet down? Season 3 is going to be wicked. That's all I do know for sure. And Diana cannot be trusted. Diana is a goddamn supervillain. This bitch is like the female Lex Luthor. So, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens, but I would be cautious of Diana if I was any of the power characters. Whether it's fucking Tariq, Drew, Kane, especially Monet. Especially Monet. I mean, like, I know Mecca was a snitch, but goddamn, Monet and Mecca could have had something beautiful. They could have had a complete family. Diana ruined everything, and why? Why? I mean, I know she tried to talk to Monet, like before Monet and Lorenzo went to that goddamn fun fair or whatever, but real shit, like she ruined her own family, and she got her brother killed. Like, I mean, like, goddamn, Diana gotta have some kind of accountability. But we know how shit go in power. We know how these things go. The truth always come out. Everything is gonna come out. It's gonna come out that Lorenzo left. You know, I honestly feel like Diana might be the one to put 2 and 2 together and be like, wait a sec, Zeke died and like fucking Lorenzo was gone? And then once she puts those 2 and 2 together, like, is she gonna choose Lorenzo or Monet? Is she gonna like choose to protect her dad? or is she gonna tell Monet, hey, this nigga was gone when Zeke died? Like, something not right about this. And that also makes me curious. Is like, because we seen Lorenzo, after he killed Zeke, he ran to Zeke's car under the assumption that it was Mecca's. Just bare fingerprints opened up the fucking car door, pointing a gun in that bitch. I'm pretty sure this nigga's fingerprints had to have been on the bullets, but maybe not. We don't know. Maybe this nigga's a sophisticated criminal. But regardless, I just know this is gonna fall back on Lorenzo. Like, some kind of evidence is gonna tie him to the scene. On top of that, if the cops aren't able to find any no forensic findings, we at least do know that Diana and actually Monet as well. Monet got back to the house first after killing Mecca at his penthouse. Monet got back. Lorenzo came back. She asked Lorenzo, "Where have you been?" And Lorenzo just said, "You're here." And she's like, "Of course I'm here." So they just completely forgot about where the fuck Lorenzo was at. But goddamn, they're gonna put this together. They're going to pin this shit on Lorenzo. Zeke's death is going to be exposed. And Lorenzo, obviously, they're gonna know he's behind it. So that does make me wonder, which side will Diana be on? There's a lot going on in Power right now. The Power universe is just fucking ridiculous. We're gonna also take a look at book 3, Raising Kanan soon. We got an in detail video about Rock and some predictions for her and her character. And Tariq, Kane, I think Drusita as well. That nigga Drusita, and what was that nigga's boyfriend Everito? I'm kidding. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be taking a look at the Power Universe a little bit heavier because season 3 on the way. The Power Universe is expanding, and with the way season 2 left off, you know season 3 is gonna pick up. Like, I remember after, in season 1, after they killed Jabari Reynolds and whatnot, they came back in season 2, and that first episode, you could just tell it had like a much more darker, serious feel to it. So I feel like the season 3 episode of Power Book 2 is gonna. I don't want to necessarily say it's gonna have like a more darker feel to it, but it's gonna pick up with a pretty serious vibe. The whole college getting to, like the season 1 vibe, that's not coming back. Like, the way things are right now, they're fucked, and I feel like the production is really going to reflect that. I digress. Let's watch the rest of the video.
And I really wouldn't put it past Diana to be the one to find out the real truth behind his death.
Like
when she get her first kill.
I just said that shit.
And what happens next with her relationship with Tariq? Because he now knows she used him to get his product back. But she could also be very useful to Tariq, like Tasha was for Ghost. Because Tasha and Diana have this thing for numbers and studying accountancy. So there is a lot to consider when it comes to Diana. But that's...
I literally was just like comparing her to Tasha, but fuck it. What do I know?
A breakdown of how she's developing into being one of the most dangerous Tejadas, with the potential to be the most dangerous Tejada, in my opinion. So drop all your thoughts down below on what's next for Diana in season 3. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, now that I really think about it, yeah, Lorenzo's definitely gonna die in season 3. That's just I'm like 99% sure. I would literally like fucking bet my girlfriend. Like, I'm that confident. I think Lorenzo in season 3 is gonna die. If any of the other Tadas die in season 3, I'll be flabbergasted. I'm pretty sure Lorenzo's fucking a future pack, but we're gonna have to wait and see. What's today? Today is the May 22nd. I'm calling it. I'm predicting it. May 22nd, 2022. Lorenzo Tejada is a fucking goddamn pack to be. Nigga will fucking get smoked in season 3. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I don't think Lorenzo makes it out of season 3. I've also been hearing shit about Cooper Saxe. Y'all think Cooper Saxe is finished? Y'all think Cooper Saxe better fucking get his goddamn... Y'all think Cooper Saxe better pull his life insurance policy? Y'all think his time is coming? I mean, I know he betrayed the Tejadas, Davis McQueen, and Tariq, but fuck. This Cooper Saxe, honestly, he should have died a long time ago, though. Like I don't know why Tommy Ghost or like somebody from the OG Power series didn't put that nigga down yet, but yeah, Cooper Sacks, his time been coming. So honestly, if he gets smoked in season 3 or whatever happened, I wouldn't be surprised. Especially now that we know he's working with Jenny Sullivan. So yeah, Sacks. I'm gonna do another video on Sacks. But that this is basically what's been going on with Diana. I don't trust her. Never have. Definitely don't now. Especially because we know what she's responsible for. So I just hope karma comes back, and I hope we really get to see Diana pay for her actions somewhat. You know, because like I mean, like she wasn't the one that initially carried out the murder, so we can't hold her accountable for all of that. However, maybe if she had just learned to follow basic fucking instructions, a lot of this shit wouldn't happen. Maybe she didn't have to challenge her mom's authority. Maybe she didn't have to be the Monet Jr. Maybe like none of this shit would have happened. Maybe Zeke would still be alive. So, but yeah, that's what we are gonna talk about. That's basically all we're gonna talk about for today when it comes to Diana. That's pretty much my predictions for her season 3. I pretty much just see her finding out Zeke died or was murdered. I pretty much see her putting the pieces together and having to decide whether she's going to side with her mom or her dad. And in the end, I do think she'll side with Monet. I don't think she'll side with Lorenzo, especially when she's confident and figures out that Lorenzo was the reason that Zeke died. Because the pieces are all there. They're going to figure it out. And if they don't figure it out, Lorenzo definitely left some sort of forensic evidence behind. And we seen Ghost when he broke into Greg Knox's apartment in the original Power. We seen how he left the fingerprints behind on that window. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lorenzo Tejada's fingerprints somewhere on Zeke's car, maybe on the bullets. I'm not exactly sure, but I would not be surprised when it traces back to him and if Diana chooses Monet over him. But I'll definitely keep you guys informed. If you enjoy the video, like, subscribe. Let me know what you talk about next in the comment section. I also got some other channels if you guys like other shit. I got a channel, Everything Hip Hop. I'll leave it in the description somewhere below. We literally only talk about hip hop on that channel. Got something else, Everything Sports. Obviously, we're just talking about different sports, basketball, football, hockey, baseball as well. And I got Everything Creepy, where we are just discussing scary stories and I'm reading them. If you have anything you'd like to hear read or just overall talked about, recapped, reviewed, any of that good shit, let me know down below in the comment section. It's your boy, Everything Explained. I am trying to create something called the Everything Universe where we just discuss all topics that people want to see discussed. So you let me know. I will start another motherfucking channel specifically for you. You let me know the topics you want, and they'll be discussed. It's your boy, Everything Explained. I'll catch you in the fucking next one. I don't know why the fuck I just threw my middle fingers up. I meant to do peace signs. I'm too drunk. Hey.